This is Dr. Kriti Mehra from St. Vincent Hospital, and I'd like to thank you for considering my abstract for poster presentation. I'm here to talk about my poster titled Oh, the Irony. The most common causes of elevated ferritin are obesity, inflammation, and daily alcohol consumption. Ferritin can leak into the blood due to liver damage from any cause, thus is a marker of hepatocellular injury. Hereditary hemochromatosis happens to be the most common genetic cause of elevated ferritin. This raises an important question. What ferritin levels are actually attributed to inflammation and not iron overload? We present a case that had our brains pumping iron. Our patient is a 55-year-old male with social history significant for alcohol use, namely 1 beer every day for 6 years, who presented with chief complaints of yellowish discoloration of skin and dark-colored urine for 2 days and generalized weakness for 3 weeks. His family history was significant for jaundice of unclear etiology in his grandfather. Labs revealed an elevated total bilirubin with an obstructive pattern, with transaminases elevated to the thousands, indicative of a hepatocellular injury. An ultrasound showed significant intrahepatic biliary dilation, along with an echogenic left hepatic mass with internal vascularity. To further work up the mass, an MRI abdomen was performed, which did not reveal any focal lesion or extrahepatic biliary dilation, but showed findings likely secondary to hepatitis. Since the patient had a family history of jaundice, a hemochromatosis workup was done, which revealed an elevated iron saturation of 62% and ferritin of 4,330. Based on the guidelines from American Association for the Study of Liver Disease, a TSAT greater than equal to 45% and ferritin greater than 200 nanogram per ml in men should raise clinical suspicion for hemochromatosis. Thus, HFE gene testing was performed, which identified a single H63D gene. Because the iron saturation and ferritin levels were indicative of hemochromatosis, but HFE gene testing revealed a carrier state, a liver biopsy was performed for definitive diagnosis. Biopsy showed extensive zone 3 hepatocyte dropout and fibrosis, commonly seen in severe outflow obstruction, drug-induced injury, and hypoperfusion. Iron stains did not reveal iron deposition in the hepatocytes, and patient received supportive treatment. So, how does this patient presentation differ from any other patient with increased ferritin? Our patient had an elevated serum transferrin, ferritin, and is an H63D carrier. Of all HFE genotypes, only C2A2Y homozygotes and heterozygotes have a high risk of hepatic iron overload. Our patient is a carrier of H63D, and risk of hepatic iron overload is equivalent to that of general population. However, a patient with an HFE gene is at an increased risk of elevated ferritin along with an elevated TSAT without end organ deposition, especially in the setting of alcohol and hepatitis B and C. We believe that the patient had increased hepatic fragility due to a carrier state, thus may have had an LFT elevation that was more profound than an alcoholic hepatitis pattern. What correlates with this is that there was a disproportionate rise in ferritin in correlation to transferrin saturation. So in summation, an elevated ferritin should prompt evaluation with the transferrin. If transferrin saturation is elevated, next step should be evaluation with an HFE gene testing. Consider hereditary hemochromatosis as a cause of elevated ferritin in C2A2Y homozygotes as well as heterozygotes. In those who are carriers of HFE gene, think about other causes such as alcoholic hepatitis, hepatitis B and C, and consider rechecking ferritin once acute insult has resolved. Thank you.